guys, I'm going to go ahead and screencast the making of a single block bottom. Single block bottom is a 1/4 inch tall. It's the 1.252 by 1.252. And then notice if I look on the bottom here, you can see that's set up to accommodate studs from a block underneath. So I'll be able to insert this into any single block track piece that I make. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start by going Sketch. I'm going to choose my XZ plane. I'm going to do a center rectangle down here on the bottom, and I'll type 1.252, tab 1.252, enter. I'll finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude that up 1/4 inch, so 0.25, enter. Alright, so I got the basics of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the sides a 1/10 of an inch. So I'm going to use the shell command. Come over to modify and shell. And for my face, I'm going to choose the bottom one. And for the inside thickness, I'm going to put 0.1 and hit OK. So I went ahead and I've shelled this out. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the center peg and the fins in here. So on the bottom, I'm going to select this right here. And I'm going to put in a stud so I can just go off of it with Constraint. So I'm going to put a stud here, and I'm going to make that line type. I'm going to do a construction line so I don't accidentally extrude it. 0.371, hit enter, and then I'm going to dimension that from each edge to be 0.309. So I'm going to tell that to be 0.309, enter, and then from this center to that, it'll be 0.309, enter. Alright, I'll go ahead and get to it. So I'm going to turn construction lines off now. Now I'm going to do the center peg. The center peg is going to be drawn on here, and then I'm just going to tell it to be tangent to that line that I made. So that'll grow it out there. And then I'm going to do a second one because I don't need to print that with solid material. I'm just going to arbitrarily choose that distance. I honestly am just making it look kind of thick. Now I'm going to put on the fins here. I'm going to create a 3-point arc. Zoom in a little bit, but I'm going to go from here to here to there. I'm going to tell the center of this arc to be horizontal to that, so I'll hit horizontal vertical constraint, click on that, and then on that, and it will certainly make that line up. I'm then going to tell this to be tangent to that, so it'll grow out and touch it. I'm going to change my line type, so I'm going to reflect this up to here. So I want to put a line to reflect it about. So I'm going to just go corner to corner, so I'm going right down through the middle, and then I'm going to create a mirror to reflect that about the line I just made. And there it is. Hit OK. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pattern, a circular pattern, which is going to be this piece and this piece. And then for my center point, that's going to be my center point, and I want 4 of them. And I'm going to hit OK. So now I have all the fins on there in the center peg that will hold the studs that are below that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish Sketch. Now I'm going to extrude this one, 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 and that. I'll kind of go down there like that, so that's going to extrude down like that. I want it to be 0.2 inches because the whole thing is a 1/4 inch, and I shelled it. Let's see, is that too far out? Yep, that's too far out. I want that to be 0.15. want to make just a tiny bit more room. Right now, it's correct, except for studs might run in and interfere with the top of this. So I want to leave this to be that 1/10 of an inch, but I don't want that to be a 1/10 of an inch. I want it to be 0.05 inches. So what I'm going to do is one last step. I'm going to hit extrude and go in and choose that shape there. And I'm going to go up 0.05 inches as a cut. By doing that, I now have enough clearance for the studs to go up into it. I have 0.05 of an inch thickness, and that won't interfere with any sort of ramp going above it. And that'll be complete there at that point.